Oh, I think we're good, yeah? I think we're good. Testing, testing, 1, 2, oh shit. No! My mic! Ah! I forgot the mic! I forgot the mic! I'm talking to my freaking, where is it? I'm talking to my controller here at the moment. Where's Eminem when you need him? Because I need to yell at the mic. Okay. 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 Let's move around here. Show some of this, some of that. And here we go. Testing, testing. Okay, I think we're good. The mic is here. Let's do a thing quickly. I'm gonna get Kayla in the party chats. We're gonna get a bit of a team. Okay. I need to change my mic again. There we go. Now I'll sound prettier. Okay, they're resetting the lobby, and then now as soon as they get all on track, they're gonna do a double reset, a triple reset maybe. At the moment, okay, yes, it's what a combo. Stiginator for sure. Well done on the podium at the last second there. That was amazing. Lekadung, how's it, Travs? How's it? We're jumping from stream to stream here. How's it go, Chris? You got this? This is going to be a crazy race. Firstly, no traction control on these cars can make or break your race here. So, well, we'll see how the other boys do. I see Triv saying happy birthday to Kennels. Happy birthday to Kennels, who is in the lobby here. Where we at? Let's go. Oh my word! What the heck was that? I saw a jump scare of what? Richard spinning out in the pit. What the heck happened there? That was incredible. Kennels, here we go. Here is the birthday man. Kennels, happy birthday to you, dude. Hope you have a fantastic race. And my chat disappeared. Come on. Let me just refresh this page quickly. It doesn't want to refresh. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. They're each giving each other space. Cool. Okay, here we go. Chat is back up. Okay, Sam is going ahead. Now we're gonna see. We're gonna watch an onboard lap with the birthday. Do I say birthday boy or birthday man? And we got our co-commentator here with us now. Kaylin, are you with us?
Yo, what's up?
What's up? Happy birthday, happy Kennels. Happy birthday, bro. Evening all, welcome to the Gran Turismo South Africa Racing Series. We're doing the Nations Cup, this is round 1. And as you can see, we're racing super formulas around Interlagos, Brazil. So this is going to be a very close-knit race based off what we've seen in Pool 2. It's going to be a very close, very intense race because there's no time to look away here. First of all, before you get started there, Karen, we're going to say a shout out to all our sponsors. TGN Racing Simulators, Track Art, Stephen for hooking us up, and every time I'm gonna have to look for these things. It's a Rhino something. I keep forgetting, man. Don't blame me. I don't remember this stuff. As well as MGR, Mayfair Gearbox Racing, Right Recruitment, Rhino Utilities. That's the one. Stiganator is racing this season. Let's hope. Right Recruitment. Yep. I got the stuff there. TGN, Trackart, Zappa Gaming, Rhino Utilities, Mayfair Gearbox, Right Recruitment. There we go. I think I got all of them there. So yeah, with the sponsor out of the way, Karen, what do you think here? Tell me who is gonna be your driver for your drivers for podium, and who's a personal favorite besides the pace guys.
No, welcome. Thanks for having me. Hope everyone's good. Yeah, look, I think with the split of manufacturers as well as the Nations Cup, I think it's quite nice to see that there's obviously a different group of drivers between the two series. There are some familiar faces, but yeah, I think also with the Super Formula Nations Cup race, it should be quite cool. I am obviously seeing across a few of the communities, the VSR guys are doing quite well. In particular, VSR Richard, he's been racing not only in GTSA but within LNR and a few of the international leagues, and finishing on the podium at least 80% of the time. So he's obviously a firm favorite in terms of a win. Obviously, I'm a bit biased. I'm hoping that some of the pace guys will obviously feature on the podium there. Ghost Killer Pace and the guys there. And then I think also from the SBR team, SBR Ruan's also been doing quite well, as we see him pop into pole position there at the moment. So yeah, quite a few guys are across the field that I think can place on the podium or at least get the win. And I think it'll be quite interesting in terms of the race, just to see how well these guys are able to follow each other in the dirty air.
Yeah, no, and dirty air makes a hell of a difference in this race, especially with these high downforce scores. Just for perspective, the fastest qualifying lap in Pool 2 was a 1:15.196, I think. So, yeah, set by Vivs, but he had an string of unfortunate events on lap 1, as you can assume it happens. But yeah, actually, like all of the guys, Pool 1 through to Pool 2, there's at least, I would say, maybe the top 40 drivers racing in Nations Cup are all within contention to be Pool 1 drivers. So, yeah. So we'll see. Ruan has been doing incredibly well. He's been driving clean. He's been figuring out his strategies. Here and there, a bit of a blunder on a couple of races. As we see the guys going into the pits now, changing their tires. There's about a minute left before the race starts. And I think Richard goes and sets the fastest lap with a 1:15.798. So, geez, that's crazy. Oh, wait, it's reset
quick
already.
fast.
That's 6 minutes. Oh, I thought it was 7 minutes. Okay, anyway. But yeah, the drivers all lined up, and we got Richard and Ruan starting off on our front line. No traction control, and it's no false starts. So we'll see what's gonna happen on the launches here with these guys. Lights out, and away we go. Richard does get a good start. Ruan a bit shaky. Let's look at this. Into turn 1, Richard using boost. SMP3 Pro getting close, but no cigar. How's things looking at the backpack? No issues, fortunately. Serious Sam going all the way to the back. Rusty 22 having a bit of a slow exit. Kennels, Pumpkin Patch, D-Man. There's a 3 wide going into... That's going almost 24 wide.
Oh, wow.
Serious Sam, oh my word, taking 3 positions there. A solid start by him. But as we move, let's move to the front quickly. Richard, Ruan, Kilara Brain falling a slight bit off. But as we see here, Richard, that was fairly clean. I think that's probably the cleanest it could have been, honestly. Richard and Ruan both on the soft tires, so they're going to be looking to get away pronto. Kilara Brain on the mediums, SMP3 on the mediums, VSR Wolfie mediums, Ghost Killer mediums. Chris, and look at all of these cars coming around, all of them on the medium tires, all the way to the back.
Yeah.
So just Ruan and Richard on soft tires.
Yeah, I think obviously it's with the race start, we had 60% fuel tanks, so the fuel wasn't obviously all the way filled up. And that being said, then the guys obviously using the not so optimal tire, being the medium tire, to get that out the way in the initial stages of the race. No soft runners taking that gamble, so no one's going to be running just the medium tire unless there's obviously a mistake in the pit lane. You know, Ferrari tactics. Some guy might select the medium tires. But yeah, it looks fairly straightforward. Everyone's going with the mediums, and then we'll be running softs until the end of the race. So it's literally going to be battles on tracks.
Rusty goes for a move into, I don't even know what corner that is. Three. Heavy damage, yes, heavy damage is on as well. So any blunders that these guys can make could cost severely, because then they'll need to go into the pits, and repair time can be anywhere between 1 to 8 seconds, depending on how bad the damage is. But yeah, still a lot of clean driving by all of the guys. Kennel's now falling down to 14th place, but with that he'll be able to save a lot of fuel behind the rest of the guys. Sam going down, moving down again to 12th. GTS RSA up to 11th. D-Man up to 10th. I completely lost track of where everyone was. Wolf up in 7th, Chris in 6th. So
ooh, there's a spin there.
Oh, where was that?
I think Sam spun.
Ah, of course. You can't say spin without Sam being part of it. Eh? But yeah, and he's got damage. So what a terrible start there. So
that's
he's
very
gonna,
unfortunate.
Yeah, and that's gonna cost a lot, because once you get damage on these cars, they lose a significant amount of speed and downforce. So top speed would usually be, I think, around about 270 on the straight. So he's already losing 10 kilometers of speed on the straightaway alone. So he's gonna have to either decide to do a less laps, maybe 6 or 7, and have to run longer soft stints. But that puts a real spanner in the works for him. Kennel's up in the 13th, behind the two 9BR guys. As you're watching, let's go over the onboard quickly. RBS, GT and Rusty very close together. Then we got Wolfie and Chris going toe to toe. Wolfie does get ahead, moving Chris down to 7th position. Ghost Killer now looking for that 4th position, chasing down SMP3 Pro. Gilara is 1.4 seconds ahead of SMP at the moment, so he's fairly in clear air, because Ruan is 4 seconds up the road, which is just 2 seconds behind Richard. So Ruan keeping him checking in that rearview mirrors.
Just seeing now also noted that the top 2 have actually pulled away, and they are on the soft tire at the moment, so bit of an alternate strategy from them too.
Yeah, so I think I've seen it also in pool 2. I don't know if anyone was doing this strategy in your pool, but running 8 laps on the soft tires, then going in for mediums for, I think it's 11 laps or something like that, and doing 13 on the softs. But we'll just have to see where they put, when they put, and what tire they come out. So because in this race you have to use the mediums are mandatory. So yeah, strategy is in play, but they are pulling away at a rapid rate compared to 3rd place and further back. Gilara is breaking his own gap as well. Ghost Killer is now within a second, but Wolfie is also on Ghost Killer's tail again, and they've left Chris by about 1.5 seconds, and then there's a sort of mid-rear pack going on here. Sam does go into the pits, by the way. He's just coming out now. Goes on to soft tires straight from the mediums. So either he'll be running 2 very long soft stints, or it looks like he's going for a triple soft stint right now from this one. He's filled his fuel all the way to 75%. So it looks like he's going to be doing 3 short soft stints. So we'll have to see how this affects the rest of the race.
100%. Should be quite interesting. I think the guys are going to do well to try and obviously keep this car on track. It is quite tricky. But yeah, strategy definitely going to come into play, especially for the top 2. And yeah, some interesting liveries as well, I must say.
Definitely.
I did note as well, Gilara Rain, I think he's the only one of the VSR guys that's actually running a VSR livery. I think Richard and Wolfie are sticking to some of their old roots at the moment with yellow and blue KBR livery that they've got going on. I'm not sure who else down the field. Don't know if you want to go through that.
Yeah, so livery is
Okay
as
with the
always looking
VSRs.
nice. Yeah, he has an older VSR livery. It's odd because I think I saw Richard
Yes,
with the same livery, but seems like he changed cars at the last minute to maybe throw people off. But yeah,
possibly.
there's not really much of a performance difference at all between the two. Just maybe engine sound. That's pretty much it. But the designs are looking fantastic. I mean, as always, we have some amazing livery creators in the entire GTSA community. SMP3 not going for liveries. He's on the 23 livery there. Bryson and Sam both running the same base livery. Wolfie is very close. He's in the slipstream. There's a three-way train here, fourth, fifth, and sixth position. So there's going to be some close racing. Three fast drivers going toe to toe. Chris has pulled away a 1 second lead from RBS, but it is closing down. D-Man half a second behind RBS there. And then Pumpkin Patch and GTRSA doing, how can I say, Alpine things. Hopefully there's no contact between the two of them. But Pumpkin Patch did pass GTRSA, so looks like some team orders there. Kennel's losing grounds very slightly. And then Rusty also falling behind. He also had a bit of a spin there. Or something of sorts. He's got damage on the front and front bumper and right front tire. So similar damage to Sam. So we'll see how this affects. Sam is already catching up at a rapid rate to RSA Rusty here. Kennel's now 18 seconds of breathing room from to last place. We'll see within the next lap or two that these guys are going to be going in. VSR Richard with the current fastest lap of 15.886. So almost pretty much as fast as his qualifying time. That is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And looks like his fuel's just about to run down, so we should expect him in at the end of this lap. I'm not too sure. I think Ron obviously pushing just as hard. Definitely is flashing there, so I think the top two definitely in this lap. We'll see if anyone will extend another lap and then pit for fresh rubber.
Yeah, looks like Galara, SMP, Ghost Killer, Wolfie all have just about enough to do another lap. But pretty much everyone at around about the same level of fuel, except for Sam. Sam already made up 5 seconds to Rusty. Rusty continuing with the damage. And yeah, Sam is catching up at an extreme pace. 16.9 with the last lap. So not on the level of the front runners. Richard is into the pits now. And Rowan in as well. Just 2 liters of fuel difference between the two of them. But Rowan keeping Richard on his toes. So we'll see now. Gilara is gonna go for the next lap. Ghost Killer and Wolfie both go in, 8 and 9% refuelless respectively. RBS is also in. So let's see who's doing the 8th lap stint. We've got Gilara, we've got SMP3 Pro, we've got Chris, D-Man, Pumpkin Patch, GTRSA, and Kennels. Kennels now right up on GTRS8's tail, but the problem with that is once again the dirty air. So as much as he is catching up, it's going to be difficult for him to try and set up a move. Goes on the grass even ever so slightly. Oh, and those are some nice camera angles. GT7 would have some good replay angles, not gonna lie.
100%, yeah.
Richard and Rowan coming out in 8th and 9th respectively with 1.6 second deficit. So Ruan, nope, they both filled up completely. So Ruan did gain a little bit of time there. And the problem is, okay, no, there won't be a problem because the guys in front are going to be putting this lap. They're going to have to. Their fuel is all done. Is anyone going to run out of fuel? I actually ran out of fuel on the second stint. But just as I hit the pit line. So, bit of a nuisance, but it can happen. Kilara Brain in with 0. SMP in with 0. Chris in with 0. D-Man in with 1%. Pumpkin Patch also looks like 2%, so big fuel save. GTR say 3%. It won't really make much of a difference in terms of time. Kennel's also in with 0. And once again the times change and Richard and everyone back. Medium. Oh, did I run out on mediums? Oh, whoops. Yeah, I tried. It was like dilemma that I was like, should I push, should I not, should I push, should I not, and then I just got caught as I went into the pits.
So all the medium runners seem to have come in. See Richard and I think Rowan moved on to the softs.
Yeah, they moved from soft to soft, so they still have their medium tire left towards the end of the race, but they're going to want to minimize how many laps they do on the mediums, because it's about a second slower. So if they do get a big enough gap, it might not make a difference. But you see, sorry to cut in there. Gilara and Ghost Killer now gunning for each other. Ghost Killer now closing the gap ever so slowly. Also, both on racing softs. Ghost Killer went for the undercut actually, so he's made up some significant time. SMP3 Pro Wolfie, they've fallen a bit back, so the undercut making a significant difference here. I wonder what Ghost Killer is going to do later on in the race.
Yeah, should be interesting, I think. Just back to the top two. I think if they keep the gap around about 12, 15 seconds odd, they should be in the clear, provided they obviously don't have any incidents with their cars. So, yeah, we'll just obviously monitor that. And I think obviously the mid-pack now is going to be where all the action will be happening. Lots of passing. I see RBS GT Racing also, he made quite a good undercut now in 5th place. He was in 8th previously.
Oh, yeah, so the undercut, yeah, like I said, with certain cases the undercut will work, in certain cases the overcut will work. So undercut, looking in terms of pool 1, undercut has been a major difference. And now Wolfie and SMP, who were contending with Ghost Killer, now fall behind and they fall right into traffic.
Yep. So, and Chris there, I think, with an overtake. Wolfie on an overtake with Chris there. That battle for fifth's looking quite tasty at the moment.
Really, and look at this. They so close. Sam also is pulled back into the group here now, ahead of Pumpkin Patch, ahead of GTSA, Kennels and Rusty. Oh, nice. And the thing is, he's going to have to pit again soon. I think he's probably being smart enough where he'll have pretty much fresh tires to push all his laps. But yeah, he'll be forced to do another 2 pit stops. So we'll see how that affects his drive. He's not setting completely fast laps at the moment. But yeah, 17 consistent, high 16s. So he's still got a lot of pace in the tank. In the practice session, I think he ran a 15.9. So maybe he's also biding his time, also in dirty air and all of that. Fluffy was on fire, not as much as Steve though. Steve with I think it was about 10 seconds ahead of 2nd, 3rd and 4th, which was very close in pool 2.
Just under 10, yeah.
Just under 10. It's crazy. He just did completely well with that SF today. Look at this 5th, 6th, 7th. D-Man also in 8th, looking for mistakes from the runners in front there. But Ghost Killer has now put a 5-second gap to RBS GT. The gap to Gilara is staying stagnant at about 1.3 to 1.7. It's not going up, it's not going down. Steve killed it, definitely. He seriously killed it in tonight's race. He would definitely be up in the contention with pool 1 here. So yeah, it's gonna be effective in 2 weeks' time. So we'll see what happens there. RBS SMP is in the slipstream, Wolfie in the slipstream as well. What's gonna happen? Is there gonna be overtake use? No, the slipstream is very powerful in these cars. Don't forget that, as it is in Formula 1. He does use a little bit of overtake, goes for the move. RBS does cut him off and allows Wolfie to get a little bit of ground on him. Serious Sam also following up on D-Man within a second now, but yeah, he's probably got about another 2 laps of fuel left. So we'll see when he goes into the pits now as well.
I think it's obviously quite difficult for these guys in this battle for 5th to follow too closely. They obviously use their tires a little bit more, being in the dirty of another car, having to turn a little bit sharper or a little bit harder. So I think D-Man's one quite clever, although he is losing a bit of time now. He's got Sam on him, just making sure that he's out of that dirty, and I'm sure you can see that his tires a little bit fresher than those that are in 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. So bit of a good plan. Obviously, Sam has to pit, so I don't think that will affect D-Man too much, but we might see D-Man running a little bit longer of a stint so that he has fresher rubber towards the end of the race.
Yeah, and that does make a difference. That threshold between, I think maybe when you have 35% to 30% starts making a big difference. So then basically the mediums will be better. So Osiris Sam going for a move on D-Man here. Into the first corner. His car is light. He does get later on the brakes, does go on the inside line, and D-Man has no reply, no cutback allowed. But now it gives him the slipstream, it gives him the strength on the straight. I don't think D-Man is gonna fight it too much. Unless,
yeah, and it looks like Sam's probably going to be in this lap anyway. His fuel's flashing.
Yep. So Sam is trying to make up as much ground as he possibly can, because he's again on the back foot. The rest of the field only have to put one more time if everything goes well as it is. But yeah, the rest, Sam and I think Rusty as well, who has also fallen up. He's had a terrible 2 races for the past 2 weeks in both the manufacturers and nations. He just had a bit of unluckiness in the race. Chris also looks like he might have had damage. Levi is not partaking in the Nations Cup. He's only doing manufacturers. Said he wanted a break between races at least, so we don't have to worry about someone ridiculously fast as Lev. Although it would have made things very interesting with Richard and Ruan here. Richard now pulling nearly a 3-second gap from Ruan, but still that gap is not all. It's not like dead set. Any slight little mistake from Richard and Ruan will be on him. 11 seconds from Ruan to Gilara, so Gilara is making up time. He's gotten a bit of a gap on Ghost Killer again. Gap was up from I think 1.7 seconds now to 2.2. But the gap between 5th place keeps increasing. So Gilara's going fast, Ghost Killer's going fast. And then we have the battle for first between Wolfie, RBS, and SMP. SMP3 maintaining his tires very nicely though. RBS is going to be moving a lot onto defense. And this battle has been close from the get-go. D-Man now falling into a bit of clear air. I think Sam has gone into the pits again, or he's just coming out by the looks of it. Ahead of Rusty. So all that time lost from Rusty's damage, and he goes wide as well. Dirty air right at the exit of Sam's pit exit. So Sam again just falling slightly more than 75%. And he's going to be doing a set amount. How many laps did he do there? From I think lap 4 to lap. I can't see, the chat is in the way.
I wasn't taking note.
I think he's done about 8 to 9 laps on this one, so he's gonna be doing maybe another 9 or so, and then he'll be forced to do another 9 after that, because unfortunately the fuel won't be able to last the entire running.
100%, yeah.
But Chris, lap 11, Chris made a huge mistake there. His hazards are on. I don't think he's on.
Down.
Yeah, I don't think he's on options mode, but the hazards are on anyway. But yeah, lap 11, 33 seconds. So we lost. What is that, like 15 seconds on lap 11?
That promoted Pumpkin Patch Kennels and GTRSA. Just watching Kennels stream as well. He's a bit surprised just to see the car obviously a little bit slow on his side.
Yeah, sure. That can happen so easily with these cars. If you touch the throttle a little bit too early, you can send yourself for a spin. We already saw OJ sent a clip of him doing a nice little 360 pirouette and keeping it on the track as the final exit here. But Wolfie now ahead of RBS. You didn't see that happen, and already pulled a 1 second lead. So tires also nothing to. Yeah, Wolfie's now ahead, and he's got 6 seconds to make up on Ghost Killer Pace, who is just ahead 2 seconds to Gilara. So their battle is not completely done yet as well. The gap constantly coming down between 1.8 to 2.5 seconds. So Gilara's going to be checking his mirrors every now and then, and they are actually pulling onto Ruan here. Ruan now falling 5 seconds behind Richard. And that gap is climbing. We saw a little bit of a slight slide as he exited the one little slow corner there. I'm not like aware of my corner names and numbers here. Things happen just so fast that you can't keep track of it all. Unless I had cue cards, I'll maybe put like a map in front of me next time. And yeah, Wolfie pulling away
Okay.
very fast here. 1.6 seconds ahead of RBS already. 1 second from RBS to SMP3, and then 4 seconds to D-Man here. So he is unable to keep up with that battle for 5th position. Pumpkin Patch 5 seconds behind D-Man. 3.5 seconds separates Pumpkin Patch and GTRSA. Another 3 seconds to Kennels, who has a 0.5 second penalty. That's unfortunate, and that's just very slight track limits. That this track can be punishing with the track penalties as well. Chris is now gonna take that advantage, go right ahead on the outside on the main straight. Kennels gonna fall into the slipstream, but it won't be enough to set the move. So Kennels is now gonna be battling with Chris in 11th place, and Serious Sam has some serious catching up to do. 14 seconds though. So he's definitely making a lot of ground. 6 seconds now to Rusty in 14th. But yeah, Sam is going to be really upset with himself for making that mistake. Because his pace is decent. His pace is really, really decent. So he could have been... He would have likely been in the battle for 5th place. By judging on lap times, he would have been in that battle. But yeah, that's what racing is. RBS pulling away from SMP3 now. 1.2 seconds. 2.3 to Wolfie. And the gap to Ghost Killer pace is staying pretty stagnant. Goes down at a few paces, goes up at a few corners here and there, but they pretty on par with pace at the moment. Kilara again just under 2 seconds ahead of Ghost Killer, so Ghost Killer is trying to push. He's got less fuel than Kilara as well, so Kilara is still biding his time while Ghost Killer is trying to push for that podium position. And then all in all, making time on Ruan as well. So remember, VSR Richard and SBR Ruan, they both have the medium tires left in hand, and that's going to slow them down by a whole lot. So if Kilara keeps pushing, he is in contention to win the race, and Ghost Killer with a very close possible second, if things go as they go along.
Yeah, let's hope this week Kilara Brain doesn't have incident at the end of the last straight where his fuel runs out. I think he was on for the win as well for the Manufacturers Cup race.
Yes, yeah, that was also so close, and it can happen so quickly, and that's the thing.
Sure.
If you're pushing to try and make a gap to the guy behind you,
exactly,
you sort of you lose focus on your fuel and only realize it at the last second. But yeah, Wolfie is starting to fly now as well, just under 5 seconds now, or just above 5 seconds. Sorry.
I think he's found an extra gear as well. Probably been saving quite a bit of fuel behind RBS, so. He's pulled away. RBS and SMP Pro have kind of maintained their speed. I think Wolfie obviously saw that their lap times were a bit too slow for him, so he decided to check out.
And then you get the overtake button as well. There's a little NOS bottle in these super formulas. And Wolfie, you can see he's almost used up half of his. RBS hasn't used any of his overtake just yet. SMP3 with just a little bit of use. Let's look at what the rest of the field is doing. So 14% of fuel left on Richard, almost halfway used on the battery. Let's call it. 8 seconds of a gap separate Richard and Ruan now. So Richard is flying. He's going fast.
He's moving. Yeah,
he's really moving.
I think now that we're at the midway point, just to the chat. Guys, how did you find this combo? Please also don't forget to leave a like on the stream. It will really help just get the stream analytics up there. And yeah, how did you guys find this combo? Did you enjoy it? Those that raced, those that didn't race, did you have FOMO? Let us know in chat.
Yeah, how did you find this, Kaden?
I found it quite nice. To be fair, I was in pool 7, just trying to race against some of the lower guys and obviously keep the skills up. It was a nice combo. I did enjoy, obviously, that there's a little bit of strategy involved, and just tried to keep it on track where I saw a lot of the guys were obviously spinning both in practice and in the race. So, yeah, really cool combo, really nice to try it out, especially with the different cars instead of your GT3s, GT4s.
Yeah,
that
it's
we
nice
used to.
to have some variety here and there. Box
Exactly.
combos are the best, apparently. But so says Steven. You can't claim your own combos are the best, man. You have to let the chat decide that.
Yeah, normally it puts a rating in Discord out of 10, and I see that obviously is quite interactive from the gents. But yeah,
And
we'll
again,
wait and see for next 2 weeks' time what the next combo is like.
we'll see, we'll see. Either it's going to be a 1 or a 10. There's no in between. But yeah, I couldn't
Yeah,
think
for
of a cool
sure.
username. Is a very cool username. He says, smash
Smash the
that
like
like
button.
button. Do it, do it.
Please do.
Yes.
Please do.
Richard into the pits now. He's gonna go for 12 laps on the medium, and this is gonna be where the turning point could happen for the rest of the field. So let's see. Ghost Killer's gonna go in. Gilara's gonna go in. I thought he might have maybe done one more lap, but he couldn't. He couldn't with Ghost Killer pushing. He didn't want to save enough fuel for another lap.
Yeah,
So
100%.
Ghost
I
Killer
think
in,
one
Wolfie
thing.
in. I think
I
everyone's
think
gonna be
one
coming
thing.
in. Sorry.
Yeah, one thing now between Ghost Killer and Gilara Brain, they obviously going to be pushing, but they need to just watch that uh, fuel gauge just to make sure they're not using too much. They need to obviously make the end of the race. Uh, Richard as well as Ruan will obviously be pushing on that medium tire. They need to make sure they obviously don't have any mistakes. I do see Ruan came out on 88% fuel and
Yeah,
Richard
I'm
on
looking at that
96,
as well.
so that's very interesting. Obviously, Richard trying to gain some time, fueling a little bit less, but hopefully he doesn't have to use any overtake, which could kill his fuel a little bit towards the end of his stint.
Yeah, so also coming out into a very little bit of traffic. I don't think there's going to be have any, or at least much effect. SMP he goes past RBS. I don't know where that happened, but also extends his gap by 2 seconds going into the last few corners here. Richard is pretty much right on top of RBS. I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. Not really. There's not enough time for Dirty 8 to really take any effect. He's going to get a little bit of slipstream though. A tiny little splash of slipstream. So maybe that will just kick him into a little bit of a extra lead there. But now 7 seconds. Is it going to be 7 seconds? D-Man into the pits, RBS into the pits. Let's see where Rowan comes out. He's 8.2 seconds behind Richard. So he didn't gain much by fueling a bit less. But he's going to have to think about possibly saving fuel towards the end. Because Richard is obviously going to be... He fueled a bit more so that he can extend some of the gears here and there. And now the thing is Gilara and Ghost Killer now 3 seconds behind. Wolfie catching up at a rapid rate. He is now 3.6 seconds. Oh, he has a little bit of a shake there on the end. Serious Sam. Oh no! As we switch over to him.
Oof.
Ah man. He gets a bit off on that the what's it, that chicane, the down race at SF23s at Spa. No, leave the SF23s now. But yeah, Sam going in and he's bashing his head against his steering wheel there, I'm sure. All that catching up now, falling apart, and he's going to have to go into the pits again. So he's lost time, he's lost more time, didn't completely spin out, but the front bumper damage is going to be a significant hit on his times as well. All he can really hope for, Alyssa right by the ace? Yeah, sure, I think so. I don't know why I wouldn't be. I got my Slayer in front of me, so I'm all good. Ghost Killer now moving up. He's increased his pace again. 1.8 seconds separates him and Gilara. So it's going to be interesting to see where they come out. 17 seconds separates Gilara from the lead. So we'll see how much pace they can make up on these guys. Richard and Rowan are still very fast. We'll see maybe in the next 2 or 3 laps what the lap times will look like, and maybe we can gauge from there. Ghost Killer using a little bit of overtake there. Gilara still has a lot, so he's gonna be saving up that overtake to defend from Ghost Killer if the battle does come to it. Wolfie though 3.5 seconds. He can see Ghost Killer just up the road there, so it's not over yet. Wolfie still has a chance to come back at the 4th place. Ghost Killer has a chance to go back at 3rd. And all the while, that gap to 2nd is coming down also at a rapid pace. See, SMP3 Pro has pulled a 2-second leader from RBS, and D-Man has actually caught up a significant amount, 1.5 seconds to RBS now. 9BR Fangale and Fanga Hangala, says JP van Rensburg here. There's Chris is also, I just don't see the 9BR tag like right on his name, but it's there in the nickname. Chris 9BR, we got a 3-way 9BR race here. 2 seconds, Pumpkin Patch leading the charge. Chris is now making up some time on Pumpkin Patch there. And GTRSA just 1 second separate the two of them. Kennels in a very lonely 12th position. 9 seconds separates, just about 10 seconds now. Separate him from 11th and 13 all the way to Rusty. And there we go. Sam and Rusty is now going to be battling out for the popcorn.
The popcorn is both on fresh tires, both on similar fuel levels, so it's straight out fight between these two.
Yeah, it's just who's not going to finish last. But both of them, they are fast drivers. It's just that they unfortunately couldn't keep it together for this race. I mean, these cars are very, very temperamental. You go into a curb, it can throw you off. You go into the wrong curb, you can go off. If you accelerate early, you go off. If you turn in too much, you go off. There's a lot of reasons.
Yeah, for sure. What's that differential between the two, second and third place at the moment? Has that been coming down?
It's coming down. I wouldn't say fast. I mean, okay, it's maybe a second a lap. So by the looks of it, second position is in the up for grabs here for Gilara. And Ghost Killer Pace is making some moves. He's gaining time, but he's also running out of overtake. 1.7 seconds separates. Setting a purple fast first sector there. And then Wolfie also catching up. Wolfie catching up also quite fast. 116.650 and a 116.8 his last 2 laps, which is faster than Ghost Killer has been doing. So we'll see. There could be a solid battle for third place here as well.
Yeah, I think it will all come down to second place between those 4 drivers: SPR Ruan, Kilara Brain, Ghost Killer Pace, as well as VSR Wolfie. I think SMP3 Pro is a little bit too far out the fight, but anything can happen. I think he's obviously just trying to consolidate his race in 6th between himself, RVS, as well as D-Man at the moment. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Just looking as well on RVS side of things, he seems to be quite comfortable on his stream. He's actually just been overtaken by SMP. Oh, sorry, he was trying to catch SMP. Which is unfortunate because I think he was obviously ahead of both Wolfie and SMP3 Pro before the second round of pit stops. So he's been falling back slowly but surely. And I think D-Man's now also just noticed that and is trying to, he's licking his lips just to try and get that 7th position from him.
Yeah, and RBS and D-Man both using some overtake there. RBS wants to get away, D-Man wants to catch up. The problem is when he does catch up, he's going to have to contend with Dirty Air. Pumpkin Patch is also slowly closing the gap towards D-Man, but at this same pace at the moment, it won't be enough with 6 laps remaining on the clock.
I see there's a question in chat if we can see if Kilara Brain still has tyres left to battle Run.
Yeah, the tyres, they won't even be a worry with the last 5 laps. I mean, last 2 laps even. The tyres will still be on that, maybe... But with the way these guys save tires, they'll probably still have at least 35% to manage. And even like worn soft tires is pretty much as good as used medium or like nearly fresh mediums. So the battle will be close. 5 seconds now separates, and Ghost Killer is within a second of Gilara now. Gilara can see Ruan taking that. Was that third corner? Third corner. Here we go. Third corner. And the gap is coming down. Ghost Killer is just on the cusp of being in slipstream. That's going to be a huge advantage if he can get it at the right time. If he can get it on one of the straights. That combined with overtake, Kilara does go a little bit wide into that corner. And you can see Ghost Killer does close down the gap a little bit more again. but it's constantly hopping between under a second to just over a second. And Wolfie is also just biding his time. He's keeping it clean. I think he does have better tires. They similar. They like just very similar. So we'll see now going on to the straight.
Yeah, it should be good. He's within the second. Unfortunately, no DRS in these cars.
Unfortunately.
So he doesn't get that benefit. But he's obviously within the slipstream. Will kill his tires a little bit more, but on the straights he should pull in about 0.2, 0.3 come the end of the straight. So see if he can hang on to him. He's obviously not going to try and force any errors from Gran if they are moving quite nicely up towards Ron. But if need be, and he obviously sees that time is counting down in terms of laps, he'll then try and go in for the kill. See that also he has made a bit of headway between himself and VSR Wolfie. Obviously Wolfie's still catching about 0.2 a lap. He is closing in, and I think that he's obviously wary of that and trying to keep out of that battle that's about to happen behind him.
Yeah, and then we got the slightly gapped mud back here. RBS is making a little bit of time on SMP3 Pro, so it's going to be down to these next few laps where the SMP3 Pro can keep it consistent. RBS is doing faster laps than SMP at the moment. The track is getting a little bit cloudy, a little bit dark, so I think that will also just save their tires that a little bit more. The soft runners are going to love that. Chris and GTSA now battling for 10th place. I wonder if there's going to be any team orders. Looks like no, there were no mistakes. GTSA has just been improving his pace steadily. And Sam and Rusty going on the attack again. This is where the battle is apparently right now. Sam on the outside doesn't commit to it. He wants to try and force an error from Rusty here. Kennel's also with a bit of an issue there. And comes out with a half a tank of fuel, so I wonder what happened there. Probably got some damage or something. Yeah, you can see to lap 24 was
potentially.
21 second lap, and then he just lost touch, 18.8. So yeah, it goes wide also going on to the third corner, where a lot of errors can happen. We've seen it before. Gets a 0.5 second penalty again for all these problems. Fortunately, no signs of being lapped. I think he has been lapped already. Yeah, that is what it is. Rusty and Sam also battling, but this is the one we want to see. Ruan now just under 1.5 seconds ahead of Gilara, and this is where things are gonna happen.
Seems he lost a lot of time that lap. He was 4 seconds ahead at the beginning, now only 1.5, so must have had a bit of an error on this lap.
Very slight by the looks of it. Gilara has just gone faster as the thing. So a slight error and a fast lap is 2 seconds of a difference. So definitely caught up a lot there. And this might be exactly what Wolfie and Ghost Killer want. Richard's medium pace is on fire. Yeah, no, Richard he's just gone into a league of his own. He got comfortable, and yeah, that is what it is. He's even saving fuel. I don't know if he's gonna. Yeah, he can't really try for a fastest lap, but he's just gonna bring it home. He's gonna. He's chilling. So now, yeah, this is where it gets spicy. Gilara now into slipstream, into dirty air. He's going to be losing time. Ghost Killer is going to be catching up for sure. And I think Gilara is probably going to dump his battery. Ruan is out of battery or overtake button here. So He has no defense. He probably tried to use it to try and get away. Maybe forced him into an error by pushing a little too hard. But here we go onto the main straight. Where's that nice view? That one.
I think we must also just keep note of VSR Wolfie. He's obviously just stalking
he's
his
also
prey
right
ahead of
there.
him. There might be comms between the three VSR guys, and I think we're going to see Killer make quite swift overtake here of
on the inside. Easy does it. Ruan can't defend against that. Killer still has boost. He used very minimal of it. But up into second goes Gilara Brain. Very, very nice, very clean move there. And now it's Ghost Killer's turn. Ruan is going to be so gutted with this. All the way from second, all the way through the race. And now coming the final few laps, he's now losing touch. Wolfie gaining a lot of time there. He's going to be watching this battle unfold. Ruan is going to be defending his position, especially on the slower section of the track. And look at that. Look at all the time Wolfie gains. All the way from 1.5 seconds to under a second. He's now also in slipstream. So we'll see now. Ruan is going to be holding up Ghost Killer a little bit more. Kilara's just going to be getting away. It's not all the way though. He's still in slipstream, just falling out of slipstream now. But here we go onto the main straight away. Ghost Killer is probably going to use his overtake here. Yep.
I think that might have been a tactic as well by Kilara, obviously keeping Ron in slip just to make sure that he makes it a little bit more difficult for Ghost Killer Pace to overtake.
Here we go. And is Wolfie going to go? Is Wolfie? Yep. Wolfie is going in it. Yep. Ooh. And now the fight goes. Wolfie.
Final lap.
Yep. Final lap. Kilara needs to hold on. He's got enough, and he's going to be using all his overtake for this lap. Ghost Killer has barely anything. Wolfie has barely anything, so this is going to be the two to watch. Ruan now falling down to 5th place, but unless he makes a massive mistake, he'll be able to keep that. Richard almost at the end of his race here. But faultless race, really, really. Will it be a VSR 1, 2, 3? You can see Ghost Killer's tires squealing there, but I think that might just be a spectator issue. His tires are better than Wolfie's. So all he needs to do is keep it secret, keep it safe, keep it on track. But 0.6 seconds, this is going to be really close.
Just to note also, Ghost Killer's got almost no overtake left. Wolfie still has a little bit as they come to the final straight.
Ghost Killer uses all of his. He's going to be in the slipstream. Richard does take the win. Ghost Killer, does he have enough? The slipstream does come through, but it is not enough. Ghost Killer will take 3rd position. VSR Gilara Brain in 2nd. So VSR 1, 2. And Ghost Killer just pips the 3rd place by, what is that, like 0.5, half a sec, 0.3. 0.3 seconds separated. Very, very close. Rowan finishes in 5th. SMP was also catching up. 5 seconds separated him from 5th place.
He's in 6th, nice.
Yeah, it's RBS in 7th, D-Man in 8th. So RBS started leading him away again. Pumpkin Patch finishes 9th, and GTRSA in 10th. Chris finishes 11th. And unfortunately, as much of a comeback that Sam did pull, it's not enough. Finishes 12th, and he is going to be relegated to Pool 2. As well as RSA Rusty and Kennels. Kennels now finishing his 32nd lap. No,
that was an intense race.
It was intense. So many battles all across the board. And just solid racing. VSR Richard with a clean sweep. Started on pole, stayed in front all the time. He wasn't overtaken on track
at all. And if I'm not mistaken, he got a double. He won the Manu race as well.
Yeah, that's a double win for Richard, and he gets fastest lap. So
clearly solid the man racing to catch.
Definitely. And look at that, 2nd place, 10.2 seconds away, 11.8, 12.2. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, very, very, very close. Nice commentators. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys coming through. Thank you again to our sponsors. TGN, Trackart, Zappa Gaming, Zappa Gaming, Rhino Utilities, Mayfair Gearbox, Right Recruitment, and I think that's it. Mayfair, yeah, I think
Trackart.
So. Trackart. Did I not say Trackart? Sorry, Trackart as well. Thank you, Kalen, also for dropping in. Appreciate it. Appreciate
no problem.
The comms.
Yeah,
solid
again,
racing.
Thanks to those that are in chat. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream. Much appreciated. Does help. And as well, subscribe if you are new. We'll obviously see you next week. I'm probably going to be on track, and you might hear either Rehan or Steven in stream. It's going to be the Manufacturers Cup round number 2. If I'm not mistaken, the guys are going to be racing at the Lego Maggiore full course. In either the GT3 or GT4 cars. The settings and all of that will be placed in the GTSA Discord, where you can catch all the info as well as chats with a lot of the drivers in that Discord.
Yeah, and with that, with those ending the game, we'll be ending the stream as well. Thank you once again, guys, for joining, and we hope you have a good evening and a good weekend ahead. Have a good evening.